Okay, so hello everyone. I am going into the city for a massive book haul because I went on a book ban. I went on a book ban. That's not what it's called, but like I forgot what it was called. So like I didn't buy books. Well, um, I like went on a book banning haul because this was what my TBR looked like in the middle of last year, and it was I like couldn't stuff another book in there like at all. But now we're at this. Now we're at this. So of course we're gonna break the book buying hole, book buying ban, and we're going to go buy some books. We're gonna go buy a lot of books, and I'm feeling really cute at the moment because I'm going to the city, and it's an hour train. So we're gonna go training. We're gonna go book shopping. There are so many fantasy books I've been wanting to buy. This will be a mainly fantasy book haul because that's what I mainly read. So yeah, I'm so excited. Okay, let's fucking go. Getting a park at my local train station was a lot harder than I thought it would be. Like the two first car parks were completely full. I'm like actually happy I found a park in the third park up. Car park, not park. Anyway, I have no idea when the next train's coming, and that's probably not a good idea because there's like 30 minutes between all the trains. Yeah, I know, I'm so smart like that. Anyway, I'll see you when I'm in the city. So I missed the city train, so I'm just gonna wait here for like another 30 minutes. I actually don't mind because I'm just gonna be listening to my audiobook and crocheting. Because I'm crocheting a book sleeve for my friend at the moment, so. I'm back and I am actually pooped. My hands hurt. Like from holding the bags. Like I was feeling my reading journal and my hands just kept shaking and I was like, oh my god. Anyway, yeah. Okay, I'm home. I'm home from the city. And we're gonna tell you what books I bought. You saw some of them, but like I'm gonna tell you all of them and explain like why I bought them. Not like you need an explanation, but like I'll just give you some context, you know? Okay. So look. So I got a lot of books. These are my main shopping. This is like the main shop I went to in the city. But after that, there was a book I wanted that wasn't in that shop. So I went to QBD at my local shopping centre and I got this as well. So here we go. Here we bloody go. Okay. What should I start with? Oh, it's like a little treat. Should we start with the non-fantasies? So I only bought 2 non-fantasy books. First, we have Game On. So this released yesterday, actually. I've read the first 2 books in this Into Darkness series. The first one was Lights Out. Everyone knows about Lights Out. I loved Lights Out. I loved Caught Up. So of course I had to buy the 3rd book. I'm very excited. I actually don't remember either of these characters. Maybe Tyler? Maybe? Yeah, so I'm very excited for this. I'm very excited to go back to this humor because the other 2 books just had me cackling. This is gonna be me like the whole time, just taking all the stickers off. And I have to create a little sticker pile. But yes, and there will be another video later because a parcel is supposed to arrive. Is going to arrive today with some more books in it. because like they were just cheaper online, you know, like way cheaper. These were like, they were still cheaper online. These books are still cheaper online, but they're like there's less of a gap, if you get my drift. Anyway, very excited to read this. So excited to read this. I could like a lot. Can you tell I'm exhausted? Can you tell? Yeah. Anyway, next book. Then we bought Wild Eyes because I finished Wild Love last night. And I liked it. My favorite thing about Chestnut Springs was probably the found family. So that's like, I'm gonna keep going. Like Wild Eyes wasn't my favorite book ever. It was a 3.5 stars. It was good. Loved the lessons in it. Loved the two main characters. Loved the whole single dad aspect of this series. That's gold to me. That's absolute gold. And yes, I'm very much so looking forward to this, to seeing the found family. And also these books are just absolutely gorgeous, I must say. Are we going into winter? Yes. Will I probably still be reading this? Also yes. Come on, let's get a clean sticker break. Oh, gorgeous. Okay. So there's that one. Now, everything else is fantasy because I'm a fantasy reader. I'm a fantasy stan, and I want to get through like the rest of the books in like the different genres before I buy new ones. So anyway, this book, have been wanting to buy this book for ages. Like I've been dying to read this book. Actually, it just sounds so up my alley, so intriguing to me. So I bought Sorcery and Small Magics. I actually started reading this and I'm already obsessed. I heard Jamie Folk talking about it, and as soon as like she said the premise, I was just like, I actually need to read that immediately. So like this has been on my list to buy, and luckily I got it in the bigger size when they just come out. So then when the next books in the series come out, they'll all be the same size, which is really just gorgeous. And also, question, is this like a interconnected standalone series with different couples, or is it all the same couples? Because I know this is a series, but I don't know like what's going on with the series, you know? Let's read the back, shall we? Two rival sorcerers must find a counterspell for the curse binding them together in this irresistible cozy fantasy debut. I've been in the mood for cozy fantasy recently because I've been reading so much high fantasy. I need some more cozy fantasies in my life, okay? Leo van der Lovage. That is a name. That is such a gorgeous name. Okay, focus. Is a master of small magics, content to spend his days thinking up charms that can summon butterflies or turn hair pink. That is, until a mishap with forbidden magic compels Leo to obey his longtime rival Sebastian Grimm. Grimm is Leo's complete opposite, respected, talented, and an absolute insufferable curmudgeon. They need a counterspell, and fast. Chasing rumors of a powerful sorcerer, Leo and Grimm enter the Unquiet Wood. That's a really interesting name, I must say. A forest teeming with murderous monsters and dangerous outlaws. To break the curse, they'll have to uncover the true depths of Leo's magic, set aside their animosity, and, much to their horror, work together, even as an odd spark of attraction flares between them. A cozy MM fantasy? As soon as I heard about this, I was just like, I actually need this. I've been dying to read this, and I am finally getting to it, so very happy about that. Okay, I'll do those two. You know, it doesn't matter what order I do it in, does it? No, it doesn't actually. Okay, so speaking of high fantasies, I started reading The Realm of the Elderlings. I finished the first trilogy, the Farseer trilogy, and I've started the second trilogy, the Live Ship Traders. I read the first book, so I bought these two absolute bricks, the second and the third book. Oh my, guys, look at this. Look at this. This. It's actually hilarious. And it's the way this is cheaper than this. no reason, for no reason. Guys, for anyone who hasn't started reading The Realm of the Elderlings, start reading The Realm of the Elderlings. Like, come on. It's actually, the Farseer trilogy was amazing for me. Was absolutely amazing. I cannot wait to get back to Fitz in the next trilogy. This trilogy, been good. Waiting to see what happens. Kind of scared to start the matchup. Not gonna lie, kind of scared. Because there's no, like, good characters in this. Like, that's a lie. There's no, like, morally good characters in this world written by Robin Hobb, and I actually love it because that's so real. And the characters Robin Hobb writes, the worlds, the magics. So this is like a magic ship trilogy, but it's not like technologically magic. It's just like gritty, old-fashioned blood magic, let's say. So I'll give you the premise, right? But you should read the Farseer trilogy first if you haven't read this. Live ships, okay. Live ships are made with this like specific wood from this like magical forest. And 3 successive generations of the family has to die on the ship, and then the live ship quickens where it comes alive. There's a figurehead at the front of the ship, and that figurehead comes alive, starts talking, starts communicating, and so we pretty much follow the family connected to one of the live ships. And it's actually, I really liked the first book, so I'm excited to continue with these 2 books. Oh my goodness, they're actually bricks. Oh my god, guys, the little thing on this, even better than the Farseer books. I didn't think that was possible. Oh, what's happening in this last book? What's happening in the last book? So yes, very excited to continue in the Realm of the Elderlings world. Continuing with the high fantasy, we are continuing the Cosmere. We are continuing the Cosmere, guys. Okay. Oh, okay. I just read the back and I was a tad bit confused. Okay, because I thought I was reading like this. Okay, anyway, these are the first 2 books in Mistborn Era 2. I've just finished, well, not just, but I've been taking a break after I finished the Stormlight Archive because I needed to take a break. All I have left in the Cosmere, guys, all I have left is Mistborn Era 2, and I think 4 standalones. Trust of the Emerald Sea, The Sunlit Man, Isles of Ember Dark, and there's like another one, I think. There's another one somewhere. I'm very excited to go back into this world. I'm so excited to see what's happened. I'm so excited, guys. Like, because this takes place 300 years after the main trilogy, the first trilogy. If you know, you know. I'm so excited to see what's happened. Especially, like, yeah, I'm so excited. And apparently, like, this is also called the Wax and Wayne cycle because the 2 main characters are called Wax and Wayne. Is it Wayne who's like Lopen, I think? Please tell me one of the main characters is like Lopen, because that would actually be iconic. Okay? So anyway, these 2, I was gonna buy the box set, but then I decided not to. Then I decided to buy them individually like an idiot, so. Okay. And then, so earlier this year, I read my first V short book, The Invisible Life of Addie LaRue. Loved it. So of course we have to buy our next V short book. And I've also actually bought another one that's like in the mail that's coming today. That's like another V short book, but I'm also starting a Dark Shades of Magic series. Oh, because apparently this is a really like Mistborn, and if you can't tell, I'm obsessed with Mistborn. Obsessed with Vin. Oh my god, Vin. Anyway, this is actually a different series by a different author. So focusing. Cal is one of the last travelers. Magicians with a rare ability to travel between parallel universes connected by one magical city. This Grey London without magic and ruled by the mad King George III. Is that like the same George from like the Queen Charlotte Bridgerton season? Okay. Red London, where magic is revered and where Cal was raised alongside the heir to the Empire. That is going to be interesting. White London, where people fight to control the remaining magic and magic fights back. And once there was a Black London. Okay. What happened to Black London, guys? What happened? I'm actually dying to read all these books. Okay. Very excited for this. Okay. This one, I actually wasn't sure if I was going to buy, but I decided I was in the mood for another 800-page book. Why do I do that to myself? Actually, that's a joke. I love long books, actually. And all the blurb for this, I'm pretty sure, is just a world divided, a queendom without an heir, an ancient enemy awakens. So yeah, I know nothing about this, and I prefer to know nothing about this because that's just the best way to go into a book, especially a fantasy book. And I've just been staring at these for ages, and I really want to go back to a dragon book where there are dragons. I miss dragons. I haven't read a book with dragons in like ages. Actually, that's a lie. A series has dragons that I read like the other day, but anyway. So yes. So how many pages is this actually? Oh my god, guys, it's a glossary. Yeah, around 800 pages. Okay. So that, and then we went to QBD to get our last book, for which for some reason they weren't selling at Dimox. Like even like online it wasn't at Dimox. So my last book. I've seen so many people talking about this, and book 2 is coming out next year possibly, I think. Book 1 of the Eternal Path trilogy. Can I tell you what I love? When a series doesn't name the series by the first name of the book. That's actually just amazing to me. Actually stunning, beautiful. Yeah, so win the throne, destroy an empire. Either way, it begins with murder. After 24 years on the throne, it is time for Bersin the Brusque, Emperor of Oran, to bring his reign to an end. In the dizzying heat of midsummer, 7 contenders will compete to replace him. Trained at rival monasteries, each contender is inspired by a sacred animal. Fox, raven, tiger, ox, bear, monkey, and hound. Question, are we going to get a book for each of those? Because I think the second book is like fox something. And this one's the Raven Scholar, so. And 8th, the Dragon Proxy will be revealed once the trials have begun. 8 exceptional warriors, thinkers, strategists, the best of the best. Then one of them is murdered. It falls to the brilliant but idiosyncratic Nima Kra to investigate. But as she hunts for a killer, darker forces are gathering. If Nima succeeds, she could win the throne, whether she wants it or not. But if she fails, she will sentence herself to death and set in motion a sequence of events that could doom the Empire. So yeah, I picked some really fabulous books today, didn't I? Really fucking did. Oh my goodness, how am I supposed to choose, guys? How am I supposed to choose? Anyway, we're gonna put all these to my TBR shelf up, and the next time I see you will be after when I get my package, and then you'll see me opening my package and the 3 other books I bought. And the other 3 books I bought are also just like okay. Hi. My little stack, like, hello. Oh, guys, look at this. When people say you shouldn't leave me alone in the bookstore. And guys, let's ignore the pajama bottoms, yeah? Yeah, because that skirt was annoying me. It's like gorgeous, but like, it annoyed me, okay? I've been waiting to do this book haul for literally months, okay? This is actually the best day ever. And then then of course we're just gonna be reading this. Yeah, so it's a bit later now. I was surprised this took so long to get here, but guys, I actually like got a box. Like I usually get like a bag, but I actually got a box. That's a bit worrying. That is a bit worrying because like sometimes I even think like 3 books in a bag. Like why did I get a box? Like I love a box, but like why did I get a box? Why am I talking about a box actually? So yeah, it's a bit later, so like I'm a bit more relaxed fit, I suppose. Hair's down. Actually, it's getting like really hot. Like, can the weather decide? Because before I was freezing, now I'm like actually anyway, let's open my box. The reason you'll never get me doing an unboxing, I'm so impatient with parcels. It's actually, my self-control is actually non-existent. So that's like why I had to put off ordering until like the day before, so it'd come like the day after with these books. So it'd come on the same day I was filming this video. Otherwise I wouldn't have filmed opening this. And these 3 are like, these 3 are some of the ones I'm most excited for, okay? Oh my god. And I got a special edition of one of them. Okay, first things first, we got another Cozy Fantasy. Guess what it is? Guess what it is? Oh my goodness. Heather Fawcett's new release. I haven't read anything from Heather Fawcett. I have not read Emily's Encyclopedia of Fairies. Emily Wilde's Encyclopedia of Fairies. And I was just like, okay, well, she's coming out with a standalone and it's about cats in a magical world. I'll try the standalone, and if I love the standalone, which I already know I will, then I'm gonna buy the Emily Wilde series as well. Anyway, all strays are welcome here. Agnes Orber is very fond of making lists. These lists kept her afloat when she lost her husband 2 years ago, and now as the founder of a cat rescue charity, her meticulous organizational skills feel like the only thing standing between her beloved cats, His Majesty, Banshee, and sweet elderly Thoreau, to name a few, and utter disaster. But soon Agnes will discover that her new shop is being used as a front. Right under her feet is a layer of the decidedly disorganized, not to mention self-absorbed and infuriatingly handsome Havelock Renard. Havelock is everything Agnes doesn't want in her life. Chaos, mischief, and a little too much adventure. But as she gets to know him, she discovers he's more than the dark magician of legend, and that she may be ready for a little intrigue, perhaps even romance. After all, second chances aren't just for rescue cats. Oh my goodness. And it's about cats, and look at this cover, guys. This cover is actually stunning. Oh my goodness. I also love the US edition. But also this is also just plain beautiful, and I already know I'm gonna love this. I feel like I'm entering my cozy fantasy era because I'm like 100 pages into Sorcery and Spell Magics now, and I'm actually in love with it. So but it's all POV. It's like one of the as POVs, and I wish it was all POV. Anyway, I saw this special edition in like Diamondbooks weeks ago, and I was just like, I know I'm really poor at the moment, but I can't not buy that special edition because the spray edge is just gorgeous. Anyway, I'll show you, shall I? Wild Reverence. Oh my god, guys, look at that. Look at that. Oh my goodness. Oh my god. Let's read this, shall we? We were doomed, she and I. One day, I would perish and she would live on, endless as the stars. Oh my god. I have read Divine Rivals, but I feel like I've forgotten everything that happened in it. Because I read it like ages ago, actually. And I also have like the special editions of that. So like, I'm feeling the series is just perfect, you know? See, that's just gorgeous. That is actually just stunning. And guys, look, there's like cover up. I did not think we were going to battle. And why? There's a dragon, actually. Yeah, there's a dragon. And that's just that in reverse. Oh, guys, the chapter subtitles. I love a chapter with a title. To anyone who has ever had to let go of someone they love. Oh my gosh, stop. Oh, I fear I will love this book. I fear I will love this book. Everyone like says it's like amazing. Let's read the blurb, shall we? And also this, that looks beautiful. Okay. A sweeping new epic set in the world of international sensation Divine Rivals. A goddess born to the firelight domain of the underworld, Matilda is blessed with humble messenger magic, carrying letters and secrets through the realms, including one of her own, a mortal boy who appears only in her dreams. 10 years ago, Vincent of Biquet wrote to Matilda on the darkest night of his life, begging the goddess he befriended in dreams for aid, but his prayer went unanswered, forever hardening his heart against the gods. That is, until she arrives bearing a letter with the promise of a future beyond dreams, one that might rewrite the dark, blood-soaked way of the gods, or end them. What the fuck happens in this book, guys? And the cover, oh. Like, these are the 3 books I'm gonna get to as soon as I finish Sorcery and Small Magics, I reckon. Okay. And this is the short book I was talking about. I don't know what it is, but maybe it's because we're in autumn in Australia. Maybe it's because we're going in winter, but I really want to read this book. Honestly, don't need an excuse. And the title, Bury Our Bones in the Midnight Soil, I actually love that title. I actually love it. 3 young women, their bodies planted in the same soil, their stories tangling like roots. This is a story about hunger. 1532, Santo Dim Incardila Calzada. A young girl grows up wild and wily, and Maria knows she can only ever be a pawn in men's games. So when an alluring stranger offers an alternative path, Maria makes a desperate choice. This is a story about love. 1827, London. A young girl lives a cloistered life on her family's estate until a moment of forbidden intimacy sees her shipped off to London. Once there, a beautiful widow offers her freedom, but at what cost? This is a story about rage in 2019 Boston. College was supposed to be a fresh start. That's why Alice moves halfway across the world. Then an out-of-character one-night stand leaves her questioning everything. Alice throws herself into the hunt for answers and revenge. This is a story about life, how it ends, and how it starts again. Like, that just sounds amazing. Like, and the title, I can't get over the title, actually. Anyway, super duper excited to read these 3 as well as the final little tidbit in this book haul, I suppose. And can I tell you, I timed this perfectly because mid-semester break starts the end of this week? No, the end of next week. You will not be seeing me. You will, but no one else will. No one else will actually be seeing me for the whole of those 2 weeks. I'll actually just be not here. Be here, but like be like not anywhere else. Anyways, put these books on the bookshelf. I'm so excited for all of these. What one do you reckon I'm gonna read next? I think it might be The Couch Shelter, or maybe Wild Reverence. But also that kind of intimidates me, so maybe Big Roberts and Midnight Soul. I love that title. But also The Raven Scholar is also just staring at me. And Dark Shade Magic and The Alley of Blood. I really just want to read all of these guys. Oh. Anyway, let's shuffle everything along a bit. I think I'll try to keep this like manageable by like not letting it go over the top because my cat light's sitting up there, so. Oh my god, these are all so gorgeous. Oh my god, there's a little cat on the spine. Oh. But also these 2 books look so intimidating. Oh. Okay, focusing. buy books for a while if I don't want that to go over the top. And if you're wondering why that section's like parted off, that's my monthly TBR. Okay. Okay, so thank you everyone for watching this video, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.